I'm Albert Trevino. I was born September 20th, 1971, at Fort Walters in Mineral Wells, Texas. I have three older brothers, from 3 to 7 years age difference from me. On March 25th, 1976, Patricia Anne Trevino was born. I now had a little sister that was 5 years younger than me. She was born in Panama, the Canal Zone. She was super special, kind, and smiled a lot. My earliest memories were her following me around everywhere. When I was around 8 years old, we lived in Ozark, Alabama. My parents grew a garden in the backyard, and I would walk around and pick random vegetables from the ground like carrots. Trish would follow me around and did what I did. I remember picking radishes and taking a bite. She did the same thing, but her face was priceless as she was not prepared for the taste. We hung out a lot growing up. For whatever reason, she became more of a close friend to me than my brothers, who were even closer in age to me. In my early teen years, I remember just being mean to Trish and picked on her a lot. We would fight and not get along. Maybe I was jealous because she did better in school than me. I don't know what it was. Then one night, both of us couldn't sleep. She was in the kitchen, and I ended up there as well. I asked her if she was hungry, and she said yes. I found some brown and served rolls. I popped those in the oven, and we sat around and ate them. At that point, we just started talking, and talking, and talking. I would have to say that was the moment that both of us became inseparable. We ended up making it a thing and calling it the Brown and Serve Talks. I would go skateboarding with my friends and bring her with me.
Nice, man, look at it. Look. I can. Boom, like boom. Gotcha.
I would go to concerts and festivals, and I always made a point to include her. We had so much fun together, so many stories. She eventually moved to Dallas, and I stayed in Conroe. In 2007, I moved to Las Vegas. Even though we were not in the same geographic area, we did our best to stay in contact and pick up where we left off we didn't miss a day. I was booked for a gig at a friend's nightclub in Kansas City for St. Patrick's Day. I was thinking that is so close to Dallas, but I don't think I can make it. My ex-wife, Lisa, felt like she was given all sorts of instructions on how to make this happen. She ended up making several calls, arranging things, and ended up making it possible to go to Dallas to stay with my brother and see Trish. It was amazing because I hadn't seen her in person in 4 years since that point. It was a great visit. She ended up giving me some old photos and other things for me to hold on to, which she normally wouldn't do. It felt unusual and comfortable at the same time. That was the last time I ever saw her alive. I was so grateful for that opportunity. That was mid-March when I was there. She celebrated her final birthday the week after, on the 25th. She turned 37 years old. Exactly 1 month after her birthday, I had been helping Lisa get over a serious illness that kept her bedridden for about a week or so. Fever, sweating, etc. It was hard. That day on the 25th of April, Lisa woke up and she felt as if she was getting better. That fever broke. We both had this relief that came over us. Then I received a call from my dad. A call I still feel to this day. I was informed that Tricia crashed her truck late in the night before and was severely burned, about 70 to 80% of her body. She was in a hospital, unconscious, and surrounded by some family loved ones that lived in the area. I was in shock. It was surreal. My little sister, badly hurt and unconscious. You hear about these sort of things on the news, or even other people you know may have experienced it. But our family? My sister? What? No way. I wanted to be there by her side so bad, but I was powerless. Because the fastest flight to Dallas from Las Vegas was the next day. I was getting updates from my sister-in-law, Denise, from the hospital. One call I got, I didn't know how exactly to respond to. Denise basically told me that it wasn't looking good and that I should say my goodbyes. She said she was going to put the phone on speaker and put it by her head. That was the hardest one-way conversation I ever had. How do you say goodbye to your best friend growing up for the past 37 years who you were deeply connected to? After that call, they called me back in what felt like minutes later to let me know that she was gone. My little sister died. My life was forever changed after that moment. A big part of me is gone, and I have done my best to be all right since. I know she was around me afterwards. When I flew to Dallas the next day, I stayed with one of my brothers. At one point, we were in church. There was a part of the sermon where they get up row by row and take wine and wafer. I had never done that. I remember too many times growing up and being in situations like that and others where my sister and I would just be together, not participating. Trish and I made sure we were okay because we had each other. I opted to stay put while everyone in that row stood up and went forward. It was that moment, I swear, I felt like my little sister took my hand and held it, as if to say, "It's okay. I'm here." While in Dallas, we went to my sister's fiance's house, where Trisha lived. She was such a talented, creative person. She had a room in the house which was basically her woman cave. As soon as I walked in, I felt like my sister made me focus on one thing there. This room was full of so many different things, and for whatever reason, this one thing, she pointed out to me and said, "Look at this." It was a craft box with a lot of sayings on it. There was one saying that felt like it was glowing and huge, and she was trying to tell me a message. Be strong. In relation to all the other sayings on the box, it wasn't even that big. She just really wanted me to receive this message. That was 10 years ago. Not a day goes by where I don't think of her. I constantly want to say all the inside jokes we shared and all the life we lived. It is hard because I feel no one will get it. I do share these stories with my fiancée Alexis. I wish they could have met. They would be friends for sure. I remember Trisha telling me that if she ever started a band or did some project, she would call it Sun Sneezes and Hungry Burps. She was so silly, and I love her so much. And I truly miss her. This is for you, Trisha. Finally, you get your sun sneezes and hungry burps.
And now, for something completely different.
Yeah, right. Here we go.
Patricia Anne Trevino. Sarah.
That's got a microphone
Suddenly
on
it gets
doesn't
silent over here.
Yes, it does. That's got a microphone on it, doesn't it?
No, Trisha, just records video and that's it.
All right, we need to go ahead and take a look at that.
There's my dirty clothes. An Albert's jacket on top of my dirty clothes.
Move that right now.
An Albert's cup and plate we left in there.
I'll leave that there. Merry Christmas.
Christopher said you were a hot head. Oh, 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 oh.
For him to eat right now. Take home.
It's like the real world.
God, Sonia just bugs the crap out of me. I'm gonna kill her. Oh my, she stole my boyfriend. That hoe. Which one? Which boyfriend, Mom? Look at you. What are you saying?
Uh-huh.
I said,
Something we don't know about?
Reagan, hand me my scissors, please.
Your scissors? Do the accent you used to talk in.
Was that good or was that good, Mama?
No, you gotta hold it in your mouth.
Okay, I'll put it in my mouth and I'll talk. Oh my gosh, there's a nasty thing. It says if poop holes could fly, this place would be an airport. Wait, the water's running. Running? Oh, that's Bobby. Against me, what for?
You shouldn't be reading these things.
Well, they shouldn't be lying around like that. Was that good or was that good? Was that good? That was good, Mama. Over there too, Bobby.
Yeah,
Okay, he had just had his red Renault Alliance, his new little car, but it was like, you know, his car, gold car. But it was his first car, so we drive around
filled it
everywhere.
up with gas.
He had just filled it up with gas. We were leaving the escape, or his, Charlie's ramp, and we were leaving, driving through downtown Conroe, and he goes, "I'm inevitable!" And he meant to say, "I'm invincible," and I was like, what the hell? Inevitable.
That was
We're
like
all inevitable, I guess.
20 years ago.
20.
20.
You're like 7.
Yeah,
Are you
okay,
filming me
you're
right now?
that old.
What the hell?
Trish, you remember the car door?
With Dad?
I
Here's the truck.
Here's the truck.
It won't close.
There's something wrong with his door, Gloria. And Trish
He's
over
got,
here.
I just heard his little hip. His hip just kept moving. And I just watched it like. I was just like. I was like, oh. I was at the door. I'm like. My thumb just stuck. It was my thumb. That's probably why it does this now.
Do that again? Wait. Do that again?
It's double jointed and it pops this way.
All right, now apologize. Now you guys stay back.
Bye bye.
See ya.
Now Albert can stop filming everybody. You need to stop that.